Hundreds of demonstrators took to the streets in Christian neighborhoods of Damascus early on Tuesday to protest the burning of a Christmas tree in Suqaylabiyah, which is a Christian majority town near Hama in central Syria. Chanting, "We demand the rights of Christians," the protesters marched through the Syrian capital, converging at the Orthodox Patriarchate headquarters in the historic Bashar neighborhood. The incident that ignited the protests occurred amidst Syria's political turmoil following the ouster of President Bashar al-Assad by a coalition of Islamist-led rebels earlier this month. The burning of the Christmas tree, captured on video and widely shared on social media, has fueled fears among Christian communities, early anxious about their future in the newly reshaped Syrian political landscape. The demonstration was fueled by outrage over the desecration of a Christmas tree seen as a symbolic attack on the Christian faith in Syria. A demonstrator named Georges, who spoke to AFP reporters, said, and I quote, "If we are not allowed to live our Christian faith in our country as we used to, then we don't belong here anymore." The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights confirmed that the perpetrators of the tree burning were foreign fighters from the Islamist group Ansar al-Tawhid. In response, a religious leader from the Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, that is the HTS, which is the dominant Islamist group now in power, addressed the local community via a video. He claimed that those responsible for the act were not Syrian and vowed that they would be punished. He also promised that the tree would be restored and relit by the following morning, seeking to reassure Christian residents of Suqaylabiyah. The protests came in the wake of a seismic shift in Syria's political situation. Earlier this month, an armed coalition led by HTS launched a lightning offensive that toppled Bashar al-Assad's regime after years of civil war. Assad, who had ruled Syria for more than 2 decades, portrayed himself as a protector of minorities, including Christians, in the Sunni-majority country. Since 2011, Syria has been engulfed in a brutal civil war that began with peaceful anti-government protests. These demonstrations quickly escalated into a multi-sided conflict involving various rebel factions, extremist groups, and foreign powers. The regime's heavy-handed crackdown and alleged human rights abuses alienated large swaths of the population, while support from Russia and Iran prolonged Assad's hold on power. However, years of grinding warfare left Assad's forces overstretched, paving the way for rebel advances. Earlier this month, HTS, rooted in al-Qaeda, supported by Turkey, capitalized on the regime's vulnerabilities, launching a rapid campaign that culminated in Assad's ouster. This marked a turning point in Syria's civil war, but it also raised questions about the future of religious and ethnic minorities under the Islamist rule. HTS has attempted to assuage fears by promising to protect minorities, including Christians, and restore order in the war-torn nation. However, incidents like the burning of the Christmas tree have heightened concerns about the sincerity of these assurances. Christians, who make up about 10% of Syria's population, have historically enjoyed relative safety under Assad's regime. As the civil war unfolded, many Christians aligned with the government, seeing it as a bulwark against Islamist extremism. Now, with Assad gone and Islamist groups wielding power, many Christians fear that they will face increased marginalization or violence. For years, towns like Suqaylabiyah and Malola stood as testaments to Syria's rich Christian heritage. The burning of a Christmas tree in Suqaylabiyah, which is a symbolic act of defiance against Christian identity, has rekindled long-standing fears of religious persecution. The video of the burning spread rapidly online, prompting widespread condemnation from Christian leaders and rights organizations. Meanwhile, HTS leaders have been quick to address the incident, likely aware of the potential backlash from the international community. In his statement, the HTS religious leaders sought to distance the group from the act, emphasizing that those responsible were foreigners and pledging to hold them accountable. However, for many Syrian Christians, the damage has already been done. Despite HTS's promises, the Christian community remains skeptical about their future under the Islamist rule. A protester said that this is not just about a tree, it's about our identity, our faith, and our right to exist in Syria. As Syria embarks on an uncertain new chapter, the incident in Suqaylabiyah underscores the challenges ahead. HTS's ability to govern inclusively and protect minorities will be a litmus test for his legitimacy both domestically and internationally. For Syria's Christian community, the stakes could not be higher. The protests in Damascus are a reminder that even amid political upheaval, the rights of minority groups must remain a central concern in any vision for Syria's future.